And President Biden speaking about the condo collapse today and when he will travel to Surfside. We have team coverage at noon with crews spread out covering several angles of this story.
Let's start things off with Local 10 News reporter Syra Onward. Syra.
So Christy and Janice, it's hard to figure out what to make of this latest update from Mayor Daniela Levine-Cava. She said there are no new fatalities to confirm today. She says everyone who has been identified so far, their families are aware of all the bodies that they've recovered from that pile, from that rubble pile. At any given moment, there are at least 200 members of the rescue teams on that pile. There are another 200 on standby for when the current teams take a break. This is still a very active search and rescue mission. That is a point that Governor DeSantis made sure to reiterate in today's news briefing. You can hear from him right now.
The way I look at it as an old Navy guy is, you know, when somebody's missing in action in the military, you're missing until you're found, and we don't stop the search. And so I think that that's what's happening. Those first responders are breaking their back, trying to find anybody they can. And they are going to continue to do that, and they've been very selfless. They put themselves at risk to do it, and I thought about that, and then having met this morning with many families who've, this has turned upside down the worlds of a lot of really great people, not only in this state but beyond.
We need better weather. We had thunder and lightning this morning.
Day 6 of search and rescue efforts in Surfside. We check in with the mayor.
The better the weather gets, the faster we can go, and that's what we want.
Layer by layer, the search through the mound of debris has been intense and daunting, but the effort not in vain.
Our teams have made significant progress on the site.
Miami-Dade's mayor speaking to family members of the missing.
We are frank, we are transparent. This is what we've promised, and this is how we have been.
There are now 400 first responders on the ground in Surfside, a mix of local, state, federal, and international search and rescue teams, all trading off 12-hour shifts, once again battling bouts of rain.
There's definitely a concern with the rain and now the debris and possibly sliding, so it's an extremely dangerous situation.
So again, at any given point, there are at least 200 people on that rubble pile, another 200 on standby. There was intermittently bad weather out here today, at least the early part of today. We had lightning and rain, but this just grueling and painstaking process of getting through the layers of this rubble pile continues. That's the latest live in Surfside. Syra Onwar, Local 10 News.
And Syra, we want to talk about the search and rescue operation, but specifically the building that is still standing. We heard from the fire chief who said they have no plans to go back into that building, and they're also dealing with some debris falling off.
So we spoke to Surfside's mayor earlier this morning. He said they were planning to bring in a large crane today to stabilize that standing structure. We haven't been able to see it from our vantage point, but he said that crane would be there because that standing building is still a threat to first responders who are working on the debris pile because it's right next to it. If something falls, it's going to fall on those first responders, and we certainly want to make sure they are safe as they continue their mission.
All right, Syra, we'll talk to you a bit later on. Thank you for that important update.